And this matter comes before the court on Mr. Mcpeak's objection to the personal protective order placed by this court on or about December 27th of 2024. Mr. Mcpeak essentially is alleging that the contents or the basis for the order is untrue. So as an initial matter, I will have the parties both state and spell your names for the record. We can begin with Ms. Pointer.
Hi, my name is Angelica Pointer, Angelica, last name Pointer, Pointer.
All right, thank you. All right, and Mr. Mcpeak, would you state and spell your name for the record, please?
My name is JD Mcpeak. It's pronounced Jadei. Last name McP as in Paul, EAK.
Thank you, sir. And Mr. Mcpeak, I'm going to swear you in first and take your testimony since you're the objector today. Would you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that your testimony today will be the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
Very good. And Mr. Mcpeak, the order that I signed back in December last year states that first, the allegation is that you vandalized Ms. Pointer's vehicle on Christmas Eve. Did you do that?
No.
Okay. There's also an allegation that you had some Facebook communications with relatives of Ms. Pointer regarding a fight that may or may not have occurred back in September of, or altercation, September of 2023, where she thinks you're looking for her personal info.
So
You're breaking up a
there
little.
is a conversation with a relative. They're not that I look for her.
Yeah. Okay. So you may have contacted a relative sometime in that time frame, but you deny the idea that you're seeking her information.
Her last name, yes, for a case that I was trying to give to GRPD, yes.
Okay, so you did seek her last name. How about her address or things of that nature?
No.
Okay. All right. And about when time-wise, did this happen in 23 or 24 or when?
The altercation?
Well, the altercation, at least according to Miss Pointer, was in September 23. How about your reaching out to these relatives? When would that have been?
I believe sometime in 24.
Okay. All right. And then finally here, the third allegation is harassing, intimidating communication, including claims that you possess a recording of Ms. Pointer that you have released or intend to release publicly. Do you have a recording of Ms. Pointer?
The recording is the altercation of September 23.
Okay. And I'm going to need a little bit. Is that still under investigation in a police matter?
At this point, I want to say yes.
Okay. And can you just give me what kind of altercation are we talking about? Is this you and her, or is this a group of people? What are you referring to?
It's a fight between me and her boyfriend.
Okay, so not you and her, but so does she get mentioned, or does she in the video at all?
Yes, she's in the video.
Okay, and what does she do in there?
Her role was to call him.
Calls the boy, and the boyfriend comes over then, and that's when the actual altercation occurs?
Right.
Okay. All right, and Have you released that? I mean, you don't have to tell me if you gave it to the police or whatever, but have you posted it or done anything with it besides have it in your personal possession?
I've given it to the police, yes.
Okay, all right, but that's the extent of it. You haven't posted it on social media or anything like that.
No,
Have you threatened to do that?
no.
Okay, all right. Well, let me hear from Miss Pointer then. Miss Pointer, I'll have you raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that your testimony today will be the truth and nothing but the truth?
Yes, I do.
Very good. Ms. Pointer, is there any evidence that it was indeed Mr. McPeak who vandalized your vehicle on Christmas Eve 2024?
Yes, I filed a police report. I also had a detective look into it and I pressed charges. He is caught on surveillance video, so they have the actual footage of him committing the crime.
Have they filed any charges?
Yes, according to the detective, they said that the prosecutor was attempting a misdemeanor against Mr. McPeak.
Have you been notified of anything like
I
that?
don't know if that was.
Mr. McPeak, let me bounce back to Mr. McPeak real quick. Have you been notified or seen information or summons or anything like that from the prosecutor's office?
I have, yes.
Okay, all right. So there is a misdemeanor potential case involving the damage to the vehicle that's out there where she accuses you and you deny it.
Correct.
Okay, all right. No, I understand that, I guess. And I guess the next questions are involving this altercation. Um, First of all, mm, you think Mr. McPeak's trying to get, kind of extra information on you from your relatives. Why don't you elaborate on that for me, Miss Pointer?
Yeah, of course. So, first of all, I would like to start with I had nothing to do with that altercation. I think it was under his assumption that I had something to do with it, and I did not. I've made that clear to him because we had conversations after, and I'm assuming that he just does not believe me. And the person in that video was not my boyfriend. Also, the screenshots, and I can also provide if necessary, of our Mr. McPeak asking my relative, which is a cousin, asking if he knows me, sending him pictures, asking about my last name, alleging that I had another person fight him, which is not true.
Okay, I mean, it's information that's kind of gotten put out there. Um, and I guess in the terms of are you a witness to the fight or, are you involved in that investigation that goes on about this altercation in any way?
Not that I know of. I just witnessed it. That's all that I did.
You saw the actual fight.
Yes.
Okay. Any other indication about this recording that Mr. McPeak says he has of the fight that he's been publishing it or trying to push it out to other people?
No, it's just that my relative told me that he sent him the video and that's what he was using to just try to identify me.
Uh, did you send it the video to a relative, Mr. McPeak?
I may have. I'm not sure about. I probably did. Yep.
Okay, because you were trying to get her last name and things like that to get uh, information you thought would be necessary for your police report.
For my case, yes, correct.
Okay. Yeah, no, I think I kind of understand what's going on there. Okay. All right. Well, at this point, the requirement is a preponderance of the evidence that would support two or more allegations of harassing conduct. Since the um, investigation is still open, Mr. McPeak has denied it today regarding vandalism to the car. I can't find that a preponderance of evidence supports that it was Mr. McPeak that did, any vandalism today. The attempt to get information, I think, is supported here. But Mr. McPeak also has an explanation. He says, well, I wasn't trying to stalk Angelica Pointer or, pull up to her house, as it were, but rather I was I was gathering this information so I could fill out my own police report regarding the altercation that both people agreed happened sometime in 2023. And then finally, the issue of the video. Mr. McPeak acknowledged that he does have a video of this fight and that Ms. Pointer is depicted in the video of the fight because she was present and she indicates she was present for the altercation. However, that the only persons he's released it to are one relative and that same information seeking effort and also the police department, and that he hasn't posted it on social media or done anything else with it in an effort to harass or intimidate Miss Pointer. Therefore, I can't find by a preponderance that the two issues exist, and I will grant the motion and dismiss the personal protective order that I granted in favor of Miss Pointer effective today. Now, I will note this doesn't have an effect, and if there are charges pending about the vehicle, there's very likely a no contact order that's been issued by the court. And if there's a no contact order, and just in general, you know, you two have enough legal proceedings that engage the police on both ends to give you both tremendous incentive not to have any contact, direct or indirect, you know, through relatives any other way, because you don't want to be misconstrued as trying to influence a witness or something like that in these criminal cases, because that can result in a whole host of other criminal issues. So, I mean, I certainly will say I'm going to disintegrate this protective order, dissolve it effective today. However, I do think it's in both of your interests not to have any contact with each other, given the range of criminal actions that are currently pending. If there is some contact that's inappropriate or threatening or harassing, it does require 2 incidents. Then, of course, either of you could file for a protective order again with the court. So that's my ruling for today. I do appreciate both of you coming and testifying honestly, and you know, frankly, bringing this matter to court instead of taking it to the street. You know, a lot of times, you know, these are called peace bonds. They're slow, and you know, court process is not necessarily the most satisfying for the people involved. However, you know, it does prevent things from escalating and turning into people hurting each other, you know, in the streets, and kind of taking matters into their own hands. I'd much rather handle it this way, and you both handled yourselves very honestly and professionally in this hearing. So thank you. And with that, we're concluded for today. I will send out an order to the both of you.
Okay, thank you.